Today we have with us Mr. Akash Palkhiwala. He's the CFO of Qualcomm. I'm sure you heard the name of this company as they make chips, and chips is what makes all of us crazy. Akash, welcome to the show. In your opinion, what makes a great leader?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. It's great to be here. What makes for a great leader? That's a tough question. When I think about leadership, to me, it's about two things. First is building a great team. I think once you have a really good team, it allows you to really focus your time on the things where you really add value to what's going on, and you have the option of spending your time where you want to. So building a great team, hiring the right people and letting them go is super important. I think the second most important thing is maybe the ability to look around the corner, especially in the technology industry. Things change from time to time, and unless you have the ability to anticipate change and follow it, it sometimes becomes difficult to hit the inflection points right for your company. And so that's another thing that I think leaders need to do.
What are the technology transformations Qualcomm haven't explored yet?
I think on the industrial side, so fundamentally when you look at what's happening in terms of transformation of industries, everything is trying to get connected to the cloud. And so whether it's your dishwasher, whether it's your Ring doorbell, whether it's a washing machine, but then you go into industry and there is a security camera. You go into retail stores and price labels are becoming electronic and connected to the cloud. Everything wants to connect to the cloud, and that means that there is this opportunity for us to take the technology we've created, bring it to all those areas. And I think we're at the front end of maybe a 15-year trend. And the challenge for us is how do we capture the opportunity? How do we get to market? How do we get to all these different customers who want to go through that transformation?
Being a CEO for one of the top-notch tech giants, you must be dealing with numbers all the time. Tell me, how do you keep yourself up to date with the latest technology?
Yeah, so I'm fortunate. I think I'm unlike other CFOs because I did engineering undergrad, so I have a technical background, and I still love numbers, so I still do my CFO part of my job, but I'm also very close to the technology trends, the decisions we're making on investments in different programs, different business opportunities. So, I think of myself more as a business person who happens to do finance as the starting point of what he does on a day-to-day basis. But the more I can get involved on the business side, I think the better CFO.
You think that's really what helps? Since you have that bent of mind.
And I think that's generally how CFO should be. There is a core job you need to do, but beyond that, I think you become a lot more effective if you can be a business partner rather than a financial partner.
Do you think there are any financial concerns or perspectives from your company's point of view that you have challenges with or facing or anything like that?
Well, I mean, any large company you're in, you're always going to have challenges, right? And so we're no different. And that everything that's happening in the industry right now, macroeconomic environment obviously is a challenge that we have to deal with. The COVID lockdowns in China, which are still ongoing, is a challenge as well. But as I said before, I think the opportunities far outweigh the challenges in front of us, and it's really about how we prepare to take advantage of them.
And Qualcomm's growing automotive chip business, and a lot of people in the auto business have known about chips after they have not been able to get the supply with the cars. So, I mean, what's your take on it? How deep is it, or where is it headed?
Yeah, so, the automotive industry is going through a once-in-a-lifetime transformation. The cars were created a long time ago, and then this is the first time they're fundamentally becoming something else. And we think of it as a car becoming a supercomputer on wheels, right? You have the electrification trend, you have the software-defined car trend, and then finally you have the change in the digital cockpit, the experience inside the car, more like a digital and a tablet experience. And all those three trends lends itself to what we do well. And we have this tremendous opportunity to take advantage of it, and very, very focused on it. I mean, if you think about the opportunity in front of us, there's a $100 billion TAM that we've outlined, and our design win pipeline is now up to $30 billion. So you talk to any only for auto space, and if you look at just any large major OEM, they're all using our chips.
There are a lot of transformations in the auto space, like you are working with the auto industry, like you are working closely to help them transform also, right?
Absolutely. I think you think of the way the auto industry has operated in the past, the chip suppliers would not have a direct relationship with the OEMs. But now with the importance of the technologies that we bring to the table, we're working directly with the OEMs, and there's this opportunity to rapidly expand our revenue going on.
What's with the gaming space, like gaming console, your competition with the Moto Razr, Motorola? You guys started 5G Razr gaming. What is the
Yeah, I
status?
think gaming is also about to go through a very large transition. Of course, we have mobile gaming, and that still dominates gaming. There's PC gaming, there's console gaming. But the next step is really cloud gaming. You're going to see a lot of the game titles move to the cloud, and with
Especially the
5G
5G
network coming in and very, very low latency of that network, you have this tremendous ability to create games that uses the cloud as the base for all the processing. And that's going to be very transformative, because once that happens, every device becomes a gaming device.
Yeah.
Because all the processing is happening on the cloud, and I think Qualcomm has a tremendous role to play in that transition.
And that's my biggest worry, because we all be playing games all the time.
Hey, well, nothing wrong with that.
What about any big project failures? Because every company behind a successful product, there are many failures, which is what happens. So do you want to share some thoughts, which as a company you guys have a technical failure or anything that didn't come to the market?
That kind of comes with the territory for someone like us, because we're always at the leading edge of technology. I'll give you an example of personal computers, right? We've made the attempt to transition our chipset business to extend it to personal computers outside of smartphones. And last 5 or 6 years, we've invested in it with limited success. Now we're very excited about what's happening, because I think through COVID, what happened is the PC suddenly became a communication device, not just a productivity device. And as a result, it needs a lot of the qualities that are in the phone. And then we've seen Apple transition to an ARM-based processor as well. And we think as we look forward, Qualcomm will be the alternative to Intel and AMD for the next generation PC.
That's nice. What about, okay, tell us some books that you have read on entrepreneurship and leadership, which inspires you.
So I have maybe an uncommon answer to that question. I still think of Godfather as a book that teaches you a lot about leadership. There's certainly negative qualities to Godfather, but the way he operated his business, and the way he inspired loyalty, and the way he worked with people was amazing. There's a lot to learn from a business perspective from him.
So that's a very unheard of answer I've heard on the leadership. It's like only one mafia and one industry. So
There's something to learn from everyone.
Of course. And your definition of success, and any quotes you want to share with us that you inspire you.
Definition of success is, I think, just you got to have fun. A lot of people do very different things, and they're all good as long as you're having fun doing it. I mean, all of us work too hard and spend too much time at work to not enjoy what we do. So I'll say that. I am a big fan of Muhammad Ali and Bruce Lee quotes. But the one that comes to mind immediately is float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Wow, that's amazing. And as a company which is so deep in technology, what's your technology detox? And that would be the last question.
Well, I'm not great at getting detox out of technology, so I'm pretty much stuck to my phone, and I think it's a great device. But I do, being in San Diego, one of the luxuries we have is there are great hiking spots all around the city, and so on the off chance I get an opportunity to get out of home, I'll leave my phone behind and go do a fun hike, and happens from time to time.
Thank you, Akash. Thank you for your time. And if you like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the next one.